Today is June 25th. Welcome back to Niagara Garden Party. My name is Brittany and I'm going to give you an update of the backyard garden. There's lots going on out here. Now that summer is officially here. It is almost 30 degrees out today, Celsius. Let's take a look at the cute dog in the pond first. Pond is looking really good. The water hyacinths have exploded. I made it bigger. I don't know if you saw in one of my previous videos or if I mentioned it, but I got this concrete mixing tub for $8 off of Marketplace and I couldn't resist. These are looking very wilty right now because they're in the direct sun, but they'll be okay. I have some houseplants out here that are doing good, and we are still waiting for the kale to dry up so that it can give me the seeds from the seed pods. We are so close. I feel like I've been saying that every week though. Maybe I'm lying. There are more garlic scapes for me to harvest. Should probably do that for dinner tonight. Malva doing great. This lavender bush is glorious this year. I think this is its third year, and I tied it up so it would go into a bush. It's doing fantastic. Some tomatoes that were volunteer tomatoes here. I have a cacti that is doing very well in here, but the tomatoes are taking over, so I might just pull that cacti out of there and let the tomatoes go. Still waiting on these blueberries. Oh my gosh. Look, it looks like they're turning blue. I'm just gonna pick that and eat that right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, that is the sweetest blueberry. Oh, I am loving this. I'm gonna just come out here and eat a bit of these every day. Wow, so good. Oh, I can see more. See, I gotta get to them before the birds do, you know? Not too many. But that'd be my first blueberry harvest ever, because I put these in the fall. We got some new monster feet stepping stones. So we're working on placing them out, figuring out where I'm going to want them to go. I had some old stepping stones that I took out. Apple tree's doing good. It was leaning, kind of still is leaning. That's why I put all these stakes in the ground, so I can kind of straighten it out a bit. Hopefully it grows that way. Apples are getting bigger every day. We counted them out. There's about 30 or so apples on the tree this year. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta lift up this branch. Whoop. Zucchini finally starting to do something. That's nice. The peppers, they've been trying to make peppers this whole time. Very slow. These guys are looking a lot better. The bean seeds that I planted about a week ago are coming up. The cosmos. Oh, flower, I can't wait to see you. Some volunteer dill that popped up that I never did anything about. I just let it grow. Hanging baskets doing very good too. This coleus, look at how beautiful. My husband picked this one. He was like, I like this. I'm not a coleus type of person, but I was like, sure, for you. Anything to get my husband into gardening, right? Right, ladies, right? The borage is starting to flower. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. This is a good example of a symbiotic relationship between ants and aphids. If you look closely here, I'm gonna zoom in. You can see the ants are actually farming the aphids on this borage plant. I have some black aphids on a cucumber plant in one of my raised pots over there. I'm trying to treat it, but I have noticed there's been a lot more black aphids and ants in my garden this year. These are all volunteer borage. I just kind of plucked out the ones I didn't want and I left the whole row of borage in the back. I think it's pretty. It's kind of spiky though. Succulents always do great in this pot. Little hanging planter. Something's trying to happen. The zucchini there is trying. The what are those? Beans. Wow, brain. Beans coming up, finally. This cucumber, it's kind of looking sad. Same with these, but they seem to be trying to do something. Oh, this is really exciting news. The fig tree that I butchered is shooting out a stalk from the bottom. So it survived. Like, I'm kind of sad that this is where we're starting from, but that's okay. You got to start from somewhere, and at least it wasn't a complete loss. I don't know when to cut off the rest of that stick, though. I'm nervous to do it. Marigolds looking gorgeous as always. They were like the first things to flower because I started them in January, basically. Tomato plants are hit or miss this year. Some of them have been wilty and I've replaced them. This one just got replaced. I put in a new one yesterday. That's a Ponderosa Pink, so hopefully it does okay. It was in the pile of really rough looking tomatoes in the greenhouse. And then that little guy there is doing okay. This one seems to be doing all right. Some tomatoes forming. Lots of flowers. Oh, wow. How could I have missed this? I really hope the groundhog doesn't come by this year. This is a marigold, but it's a weird one. I think it's like a mammoth marigold or like a super tall one. I don't know, but it's usually they're not this high up. Giant marigold. More tomato flowers here. These rosemary doing good. I put a white pumpkin here, so we'll see if that does anything. I also propagated a few more of my tree branches from the trees outside. I have yet to pick these golden peppers. Look at them, they're golden. These ones doing well, coming in. The columbine, again, beautiful. I planted out these squares a little while ago. I'm very happy too with how my my onions are doing. They seem to be kind of like bulbing, maybe, possibly. I don't know about the beets. That's a whole other conversation. Oh. Look at how pretty this purple cauliflower. Look at it. It's huge. It's the size of my hand. Beautiful, beautiful. More tomatoes coming in here. Lots of flowers. Some little tomato guys in here kind of hiding behind the massive mound of kale seeds. I'm never going to do this again. I don't know what I was thinking. Thyme starting to flower. Look how cute these little purpley thyme flowers are. Adorable. What else can I show you? This garden bed in the middle, I seem to be doing the same thing. I seem to be collecting seeds from lettuce now because this has started to bolt. I should have harvested it like 2 weeks ago. I don't know what happened. I just didn't. Life got busy. So I guess I'm going to let it go to flower, see what a lettuce flower looks like, and harvest some lettuce seeds for the hydroponic garden in the winter. I'm looking for a cauliflower and I see none. So that one's still working on it, or a broccoli, I don't know what they are. One of the two. And the bulbing onions down here, you can see he's kind of getting thick in there. So we're excited. Okay, the beets. Let's quickly go over this so I can wrap up this section of the garden. I keep going back and forth between I'm going to pull them all out and, okay, I'll harvest a few, have them for dinner, and then come back to it. This garlic here that was volunteer garlic, I guess I didn't properly harvest all of the garlic in this bed one year, and a bunch of the left behind garlic started sprouting. I can see I have like 4 scapes in here. I don't know if you can spot them. And the beets here are also starting to flower because it's too stinking hot outside. So I really need to deal with this and figure out what else to plant in there. I'm harvesting this broccoli, by the way. So excited for that. Fig tree, still making lots of figs. We have hope for our future figs. Look at all these. Amazing. Some plants here doing things like this bell pepper, making a pepper. This miniature pepper is coming in. That's so cute. So cute. The concrete plant is still alive and well. I will soon get seeds from these chives. Looking forward to that. Oh, I did harvest one of the zucchini, but there's another one growing on here, and it's growing so quickly. It's like when it appears like a baby, like, can you see it? Like that one there? That's gonna take like 4 or 5 days, and it's gonna be like this big. It's crazy. I can't believe how fast that happens. Blows my mind. Gardening is so cool. That's why I do it, because it's magical. It makes food appear right before your eyes, like from nothing, from a tiny little seed. The size of a speck. So cool. This bed doing okay. Not great, but just okay. I don't know, maybe if I go back and I take a look at some of the previous weeks, I'll see some growth. But when you look at it every day, it's hard to see it changing. This has changed a lot. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get it to go up. This is the one I found some aphids on. You can see them here. Black aphids. That ant. Look at that ant. He's eating them. He's having dinner. There's a cucumber growing there. I don't know what's going to happen with this plant. I tried to spray some neem oil, and obviously I got the ratios wrong. And this plant got hit, and not good, not good. This is the bad side of gardening. You got the goods and the bads, right? Look at these. These are so cool. These tomatillos. I don't know if they're actually going to produce anything, but we're looking forward to that too. This dries out very, very quickly. Strawberries. I think I actually spot one that might be ready for me. Sorry about the intermission. I went to go pull out these berries, and instead of them breaking off, the entire plant came out, root and all. So I'm gonna go replant this after this video. This was the only really good strawberry in that bunch. Those are all kind of like bruised and yucky looking. Also, my dog caught a mouse in the yard yesterday. So I think some mice have been nibbling on my berries. That one looks good. I'm just gonna put that one in my mouth. Oh yeah. Oh, that is so delicious. There's problems with this berry bed. There's always problems with this berry bed. Anyway, that is the tour for today. Thanks for coming along. I think it was a little bit longer than the other ones, but I had a lot to show you, and I didn't even really show you the potted plants, the hanging plants. But thanks for joining me, and greenhouse tour's up next, and we'll see you next week.